Tell yourself you can, and you will. You can is the motivation, and you will is the commitment. Welcome back to Words with Weaver, episode 2. Today we're going to be talking about commitment and motivation and how I think they're both equally important when you're trying to reach an end goal or achieve something. You can relate this concept to practically anything in life, whether it's running, practicing free throw shots, studying for an exam, or even just getting out of bed in the morning. Just because you're motivated to do something doesn't mean that you're committed to doing it. But we need both. Without motivation, you won't have a desire to get started or to change. For example, you can have a desire to do well on a big test or an interview or a project, but you're probably not going to do your very best unless you practice and prepare. The action part of that equation is commitment. It's the same with running or swimming or any sport. If you want to be good, that's your motivation. The steps you take to becoming great is your commitment. By training hard and putting hours into recovery, then you're committed to doing your best and reaching your potential. Another big point that I want to make is that it doesn't matter what level you're at. If you're studying for a high school math test or the GRE or med school, you're going to have to put in effort either way. It's the same as if you're preparing for basketball tryouts on one level or racing the Olympic trials on another level. Both athletes are going to put in motivation and commitment into the equation to achieve their end results. Everyone needs motivation and commitment. Think of it like this: your mind and your body are two separate teams, but they need to be working together in order to reach your best outcome and reach your potential. For me, motivation is kind of unreliable because some days I wake up more motivated than other days. And so for me, I really rely on commitment. And some of the strategies that I use to stay committed are: one, have a running buddy or a training partner or a study group, things that will hold you accountable to not only letting yourself down, but letting someone else down if you don't fulfill that commitment. It's also really hard to control motivation when so many unexpected things happen in life every single day. When commitment comes into the picture, then you're forced to follow through with your commitment. So if you set an alarm to wake up at 7 a.m., that alarm's going to go off. And if you are committed to getting out of bed, then you will. But if you just the night before say, you know what, I'm motivated, I'm going to set my alarm early and work out and do all this stuff in the morning, and then the next morning you're not committed to actually doing it, you're less likely to actually follow through with that spark of motivation that you had the night before. For me, being committed to go to practice every single day, to run or work out, makes it so that I don't really have another option. And even on the days that I don't feel like doing that, I'm always so grateful that I did it afterwards. But back to the equation of motivation and commitment both being integral for reaching our goals. Hard work is hard, and most people don't like working hard, let's be honest. Well, some do, but most of the time people work hard to achieve the end goal. Having the desire to get uncomfortable and embracing that uncomfortable situation will help you take action and commit to yourself. Of course, this is all easier said than done. Have motivation, use it to make commitments, and voila, everything is awesome and your goals have been achieved. No, it doesn't work like that, but I do know that working on specifically taking advantage of your motivation when it's high and making commitments that involve taking action is so helpful for personal growth. And at the end of the day, we all want to be a little better and try a little harder, and you have to start somewhere. Tell yourself you can, and you will. You can is the motivation, and you will is the commitment. You can do it if you choose to. Think big, trust yourself, and make it happen. Thanks for listening to today's episodes of Words with Weaver. I'm going to close every episode with an interesting fact because you can never learn too much, right? So apparently snails take super long naps, like up to 3 years. Can you believe that? but I guess if they don't get squished first. Anyways, that's the fun fact for today, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, morning, wherever you're at right now. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you all have an amazing week. Work on your motivation and commitment, and stay tuned for a special guest coming soon next episode.